We are live. That little beat really gets to my head. It's like so corny, but I guess I got used to it. It's like so it kind of like it gets in there. So listen, guys, before we continue, before I bring up my guests, go hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Smash the subscribe button and hit the like. Don't be a creep. A lot of you are creeping. You pretend you're not creeping, but then I find out you're really creeping. I know you're creeping. Stop creeping. Go do what you got to do. All right. So without any further ado, let's get a peek into this person's collection. Let's bring her out. You again? You again?
Yeah. Can't get enough of me.
She's back. Arizona is in the house.
Yep.
Mike, Banana Bread Royals got really, really excited that you were going to be on the show, you know, repping AZ.
Yeah.
All three of you. How many breeders are in Arizona? Like 3 of you?
There's a lot. I don't talk to them now.
Oh, yeah?
I talk to just a small handful.
I didn't realize there were that many out there.
There's a lot. They're not on Instagram. They're Facebook people, which is why I don't deal with them.
You got a bunch of Facebookers in
I'm not gonna lie.
in Arizona.
I don't talk to them for that reason.
I got you. Well, congratulations to Banana Bread, who had his first clutch. I'm very, very happy for him.
I saw that you sent me pictures.
I'm very excited. So what I was asking you in the green room before we got started was, what were you submitting into the, okay, how do I say it again? The Battle of the Bulls Eye Candy Extravaganza. We are having an eye candy battle.
Like I was saying, I have no idea what you're talking about because
You know,
I haven't been on Instagram.
You have been very, very absent lately. Okay.
I have. I've been. There's a lot of things I've been doing here at home. So.
Okay, you're playing with your garden. Is that what's going on?
Kind of. Yeah, that's half of it. Yeah.
So
Plus,
introduce yourself.
AJ's home. AJ's home on summer break too, so I'm busy with him.
Keeping you really, really gangster. God, speaking about gangster, Will's hella he says fuck them FB groupers.
Yep, I agree.
Guys, I love it. It's so funny how we all talk about Facebook, but you know we're all still on it to some level or another. I'm guilty. I know that I'm guilty. So I think we all go through our Facebook, and Facebook was great. It was great. But if you think about it, I think it's dying. It's like what I was thinking about it yesterday, how what Facebook did to MySpace is happening to Facebook. But the difference is they got ahead of it and they purchased the competition that would one day take them out, which is Instagram. So that was kind of genius there. So great news for everybody that does know, unlike Loves, Balls, and Herps, that does know about the Battle of the Balls Eye Candy Extravaganza. We have our our judges for the show, and we've been talking a little bit and how we're going to do the format. So that's pretty cool. I wonder if you guys want to take some guesses. I'll check the comments if any of you actually hit the nail on the head and see who are besides myself, the 2 other regular weekly judges on the show. Then we were talking about having a weekly special guest that may not even have anything to do with the reptile community. And then we will have the vote from the viewers that will have a month to vote. And I believe what we're going to do is anyone that votes during the actual live, their vote will hold more weight. So let's see some of your guesses. Some of you might be outrageous with your guesses, but let's see some of your guesses and who do you guys actually think will be on the thing here. Will's hella heat said, I made the mistake to recommend Coco Husk in the group, and Lord have mercy, the The bioactive groups came flying out the woodwork. I get it.
I
I
don't
get
even
it.
join. I'm in like one local Facebook group, and I'm in World of Ball Pythons, and those are the only two I've joined, and I refuse to join anymore.
Oh, well, I get it. And I don't know. Sometimes I feel, I feel like being the Huckleberry and I go in there and I like the tango and maybe sometimes I instigate and I look for problems. Pretty good guess, Jason and Jar. That is a pretty good guess. But I already have Jason once a week for 78 weeks to have to deal with him. Plus, he's in the battle. He was actually put in the battle. And Jar, who would we be talking about? Jar, Jim, or Angie? Angie's been like a co-host of mine a few times too, but Jar is also in the battle. 808, good guess, but 808 is very camera shy. Wow, Angie got another guess there. Pretty good guess. Pretty good guess. Um, Brian, did you see what my brother Jose got me? No, I did not. Did he get you a balaclava? What did he get you? Gomez Pythons is a very good guess. The only thing about Sal is Sal cannot stick to a schedule. He has too many things going on. He cannot stick to a schedule. Again, that was it. Let's see here. Elliot is saying, Elliot, you have been, let me tell you something. They cut that little toe of yours off, and you have been a little extra ever since, okay? Elliot is saying maybe high class can be a judge. If you guys don't get the joke, go check out yesterday's What's in Your Cup, and you just might get it. Which is funny, Sandra, being that yesterday's show was regarding high class, and here you are today, both in the same week. It's just crazy how
Yeah,
these stars line up and the universe
they
lines
line up.
up.
Hmm.
And by the way, Sandra was scheduled for this before yesterday's topic was made. So I just want to clarify that. Okay, which I just again found funny how that all panned out. Antoine. That's an interesting one and would have been a good one too. But Antoine was nominated. Whether or not he's going to actually be in the competition with his collection of normal looking babies that are triple, quadruple head, I am not sure. But his brothers are in it, the other two Stooges. And just remember, guys, there's no discussion of genes. This is a pure eye candy competition. Hugh says, I'm not entering an animal. Wait till you see what we got him. Antoine is my celebrity idol. So maybe you should wrestle him. Maybe you should go to one of the fundraisers and wrestle him. I know that quite a few people nominated me, and I was like, thanks a lot. I love how people put my old ass on the line when there's so many other people. Well, none of you guessed correctly. See if it pops up. I will tell you this. It's a really, really cool two other guests. One of them is a male and one of them is a female. One has hemipenes and one doesn't. How do you like those apples? Okay. All right. There you go. How do you like those? Antoine is Mr. Marvelous. Chino is on the top of my list. Ever since Chino started working again, he's been very, very difficult. You know what, guys? We're going to get started. Sandra has given us the honor of getting a sneak peek. And if you're not following Loves, Bowls, and Herps, who has a logo that looks just like Swamp Water Exotics,
It doesn't anymore. It's fine now.
another another inside joke. You'd have to go, and I have to put it in the video description. Sandra was on What's in Your Cup. She had a nice little logo situation happen. Hannah Seidel, great guest, but Dr. Seidel, Dr. Hannah, is too busy. Is it Snake and the Fat Man Chris? No, it is not. Maybe he'll be a guest. I think he's too busy with MJ. He has too many things going on with MJ right now, so I don't think so. Black shirt makes you look slimer. I think you were supposed to put slimmer. You really do give Asians a bad name. I just want to put that out there. Your guys are supposed to be like extremely intelligent, and you're always doing stuff like this. DTM. Bryan's wife should be a judge. Yeah, right. That would be a good one. That would be a good one. But I'm with Jar Pythons. Let's see some heat. Let's see some heat. So let's go, Jose from Grab Your Balls. No, Jose, I think he actually may be in it, if I recall correctly. But let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Let's see what Sandra has going. If you're
I'll
not
grab a card.
following Sandra at Love Bulls and Herps, go follow her. She's always posting some really, really pretty stuff. Mama Bear won't do that. Yeah, she definitely won't. She'll say they're all fucking ugly. She'll be like, all those animals are ugly. Even though, was it, I think it may have been the one that I posted, which his name, and he is my eye candy, one of my favorite eye candies, is Yamasaki. And she actually said, oh, that's a pretty one time. So we'll see that. So let's see what Sandra got going on, guys. Come on, stop being rude. You guys are you're rude savages.
These are a couple of my favorite recent hatches. Late 2021. A couple of my holdbacks. Came from highway pairing. This is a highway. My lighting sucks in here. Sorry.
Yeah, it does. Because I've seen
So,
photos. Yeah.
can you see
But I can
that?
see, yep, and I can still see the purples going on.
If you could see that.
You know,
I
I think
have
that's something we're
no.
going to have to talk about for this contest, that people make sure that their lighting shows off their animals.
It's because my light right here has no filter. So
Oh.
it's. I could. Hang on. Let's see if I turn this light off. If that helps. Because the light behind me kind of sucks.
That's good. That's better. That's
Is
actually
that
better.
better?
Yep, yep.
This is
Yeah,
a
that's beautiful.
highway.
That thing almost looks like
Mo.
it's in shed.
It always looks like this.
That's
It's a
awesome.
highway Mojave. Um, I think. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure this is a highway Mojave. And his sister is not unballing. Is a highway Mojave Orange Dream.
Yeah, I like the male. That male is sick. Wow,
Yep,
look at the dorsal
it's my
stripe. Look at the
favorite male right
purples
now.
on it. It looks like
Yep.
almost like a hypo in shed in
Mm-hmm.
blue. Yeah, that thing is gorgeous. So this is what
These
we're
are the
talking
things
about,
I'm
eye
working
candy
on.
right there. This is what
Yeah,
we're talking about. That is
I'm
nice.
going
She's
to
pretty.
be.
She's pretty, but it's kind of like hard to look at her after you see him.
Yeah, I know. She's actually, I'm pretty sure, got more genes. She has OD, and he doesn't. So I think
So, so,
the
so
Mojave.
Sandra, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about when I'm talking about like the eye candy that
Hmm.
And I have certain situations like that where there's one more gene in an animal than the other one, and I actually like the one that has less
That doesn't.
genes in it.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
as far as it's the aesthetic, the physical, the appearance.
Yep.
So I can see how the other one is more appealing as far as breeding is concerned. It's a female. It has
Hmm.
another gene in it, but that male is just
Yeah,
banging.
he
I mean,
is.
wow.
I'm actually working on like one of my favorite projects is highway, and I'm gonna throw a bunch of stuff into highways.
What do you plan on throwing into it?
I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'm planning to actually breed him to his mom. His mom's a Mojave OD YB. Um, so yeah, his mom's a Mojave Orange Dream Yellow Belly. So that one can have. I'm kind of. I want to see what Super OD highway looks like, or maybe a Super Mojave, not a Super Mojave, Super OD or a Super OD Mojave
I can tell you what a super
Mojave
Mojave
highway.
is going to look like.
No, yeah, Super OD Mojave or Super OD highway. I think it's gonna look pretty cool. Cause the
Well,
Mojave, from what I noticed, it kind of turns that black blue. You see how it's blue,
uh-huh.
and it widens it. Like normally it's like a thin black outline on most highways, but the Mojave kind of, how like it works on regular Mojaves. It like spreads that black.
Well,
And
that'll be
so
interesting, but the super forms, you don't know what's gonna happen, so it's gonna be definitely interesting to see it. What's up? I see head stamps here. Head stamp, I'm sure enjoyed yesterday's video, and unlike Sandra, actually saw it.
my bad.
Which I don't mean head stamp if it wasn't for Sandra introducing us. I see Danny is really, really chatty. He must have had a couple of Jack Daniels tonight. So I will announce that our first competition next month, the third. Remember, guys, the Battle of the Bulls Eye Candy Extravaganza will be every third Thursday, like today, every third Thursday of the month. And I know two of our first contestants is DTMG Pythons versus Morph Nation Reptiles. So that's how we're starting this out. Okay. We're starting this out with two guys that have straight heat, fire. So just imagine who is going to be the grand champion at the end of this all. Morph Nation Reptiles out of Kentucky versus DTMG Pythons out of Pennsylvania in round one.
He was saying hi.
Yeah, gorgeous. He's absolutely gorgeous. And those are the things we're going to be looking at. Eye stripe, head stamps, dorsal, patterns, flaming, blushing, underside, belly, tails. Will's Hella, he says, I got a snake that came from Romel. That is my guy. Romel is a really, really, I call him Romy. He is a very, very, very cool dude. He got some heat. He's really, really stepped up his game in the last year. And as you guys see, I mean, Danny just dropped, DTMD just dropped a clutch today. He showed that clutch, and that thing is straight fire. By the way, he has no holdbacks in that clutch. Pure availability.
So this is my favorite little guy that's hatched recently. I'm working on banana and cheek clowns eventually. Um,
Is that the
I do
one that
like
I
the way
posted today?
this is the one. Yeah, you can't see it in light without any light. Kind of sucks. Let me see what happens when I turn this light back on.
Yeah, that's the one that I posted, right?
Yeah, his oranges are bright. It's kind of hard to see it when it's dark.
That thing is crazy.
It
That's
is.
the animal that is in the post for today's show, guys. Two genes, banana
My
enchi.
banana, but the banana. This is just the banana enchi. My banana boy throws like really bright orange. Like he's a boy I'm never letting go. He's a single gene banana, and he actually might have fire vanilla. I'm not too sure. He was sold to me as a pastel banana, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have pastel because he hasn't thrown any pastels. But he throws really bright babies, so I'm kind of wondering if he has fire. But he's never thrown like a single gene fire or vanilla that I know of that I can remember.
Got you. Well, can we see the
But
animal? Can we see the animal?
which one? The
That one.
banana?
There you. That one. No, that one. Can we see it? There you go. I mean, that thing is absolutely beautiful, and it's still holding its color. The only thing I don't like about bananas is that, gosh, they are born pure eye candy, and they lose a lot of those bright oranges and purples as they get older.
You know what? I got my banana from Mike at Banana Bread, and that boy was like over a year, I think almost 2 years when I got it from him, and he was still really bright. He had like really nice color for like, God, for over 2, 3 years. He kept
That's
his color
awesome.
really well. And then like after 3, 4 years, then he started losing color. But he held on
No,
to it
that
for
that
a long
that's
time.
that's that's absolutely awesome. So what did D-Rod say? He said, feels like an old school tough man competition. Hey, listen, it is what it is. This is about eye candy. I don't care how many recessives you got going on in there, how many heads are up in there. What does it look like? That's what we're
Yeah, see,
doing.
that's the
Pure.
thing. I'm like, that's why I'm not like all huge into like a lot of recessives. It's like to me, a lot of them aren't like that great looking. Like you'll see a lot of my collection, they're like incomplete doms or dominants because I mean, to me, bananas are badass, you know? To me, like
They
bamboos
are.
are badass,
Bananas are
you know?
badass. Everybody
Bamboos,
talks about
bananas, champagne.
Ultramel and the rainbow gene. I mean, if you look at those, to me, they're bananas on steroids. They look like
And
bananas
I'm
to me.
gonna get a lot of hate. Go ahead and hate me, but I don't think pies look all that great. I don't have any pies, and I'm fine with that.
So I love pie, but what happened was as time went on, I ended up liking low whites, so kind of like phased out the whole pie. It almost becomes like a ringer. And then I got my hands on my first no white pie. So it's kind of like so contra.
Okay. I like the low white pies. I don't know why everybody wants the high white. It's like okay, I'd rather I just get a bell. What's up with the high
Exactly.
white pies? Just get a bell. Like I have a crystal that's like a lot of white and a little bit of color. I'd rather have that.
So it's so funny because I wanted a bell so badly, and then I got one, and I lost the fascination. That was probably one of the first snakes I ever flipped. That I wanted it
Okay,
so
mine.
badly.
I like the different combinations. Like the crystals, I really like the crystals. Oh, actually, let me grab the crystal.
So John's preferrer says a no white pie isn't a pie. It is a pie. It's still beautiful. It still has the white underbelly. It still has some nice flaming. It has the pied distinctive pattern in it. Its face and head, its eye stripe all looks like a pie, and that's what makes it fascinating. So we were talking about right
Okay,
now the and Danny says if he loses, he quits and he's gonna breed hog noses. This is gonna be tough. It's definitely gonna be tough. This is a year-long competition. Um, when until we get to that 16 eye candy bracket. So this is going to be a really tough thing. So I think it's really going to be a huge, huge honor to whoever actually pulls it off at the end. So a no white isn't a pie. So speaking of which, Rachel, keep her in your thoughts and prayers from Red Bottom Pythons. She's going through some stuff, but she has been posting some animals. And again, I lost my fascination with the bell, and she posted a bell pied. Now, obviously, you can't tell it's pied. It's an all-white snake, but this was a very, very impressive looking bell. So if you're interested in getting into something like that, guys, that female breeder size is actually available. Go check out
this
Red
guy's
Bottom
spazzing out.
Pythons.
Ugh. Okay.
Why not just get the snake without the pied if you're going to get a no white? Because there's nothing cool about that. There's absolutely nothing cool about that.
It's
Okay.
the pattern. I like the patterns on the
That's
pies.
what I'm trying to explain to this guy. That's exactly what I'm trying to explain to this guy. Low white is fine. No, what doesn't make sense is you telling me what I should like. That's what doesn't make sense. Okay? That's what does it makes no sense at all. You telling me what I don't like or what I should or shouldn't like. Now we're talking about bananas. We get into freckles, no freckles,
Ugh.
and all that other good stuff. It is a personal
This.
preference.
I had to put the I had to put the crystal back because he was spazzing out. But these are the other two bells I have. One has a stripe. Damn
So
it,
is that
man. Hang on. One is a pure white.
so
And
I see something on the dorsal there.
yeah, so God, sorry, my light sucks. Yeah, so this one's pure white. And his eyes are blue, blue, blue. These are actually brother and sister. They're both bamboo Mojaves.
Okay.
I just sold their brother, which was a bamboo Mojave spider. Had a little bit of a wobble. That one I knew had spider, but these are also possibly spider, black pastel, and yellow belly. So these could possibly be 5 geners.
So John said, "Holy shit, you can't have an opinion." Of course you can. I already told you. Mama said opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. I just didn't ask for yours. That's all.
So yeah, nothing special, just bells. But
Well,
I
it's
guess
interesting being
cooler
the
stuff.
bamboo and it's showing that stripe almost like a super fire. It got some yellow stuff going on the dorsal there.
Yeah, yeah. What's up?
Very interesting. I think lesser is like an extremely white. And of the bells, and I'm not talking about DTMG's rock the bells. Of the bells, my favorite would be Mojave, guys. A super Mojave would be my favorite bell. It has personality. And Mr. Sprofera, if it's okay with you, I like the fact that it's not really an all white snake, if that's okay with you. Okay, that's my preference. I like the purplish, grayish head. I like the eye stripe on it. It has personality for an all white snake.
This girl's gonna spaz. She's a spaz, and she's also shedding. Wasn't it? It was you that I was talking about the
God, that's
how.
gorgeous.
Remember that we were talking about how people hate on spiders, and I
Yes,
think it was you I was talking about that champagnes actually to me like literally every champagne I've had, they're spazzy. Like it's not that they
yes,
have a wobble, but this one
right,
won't
right,
stop
right,
moving. Like I never
right.
take her out because as soon as I take her out, she like tries to bolt every time. Like this is probably like the chillest she's been ever.
Because she knows she's on the show. That's why.
But
But this thing is
she's shedding. I'm
gorgeous.
gonna put her back, but I want
Can
to
we
get
just see her
show
head
her.
real quick before you put her back? God,
It's
she's
got black on
gorgeous.
it. That's from the black pastel.
She is gorgeous. She got the ringer going on. She got an awesome
Yeah, her
dorsal.
ringer's like bright orange, but she's like shedding right now, so you can't really
Yeah,
see.
you can put her back. I absolutely love what Champagne does. Actually, if Champagne Pie is a nice snake, but I prefer Champagne Head Pie. They just throw off such awesome, cool ringers. If you look at the Champagne Head Pies, they're really pretty animal. Um, Mahogany does also add more pattern. Great color on her. I definitely agree. I'm with you on that one, Kike. I definitely am with you on that. And I think we're talking about a spider pied up here from Drop Tine, Whitehead, with just a little bit of the pattern. Isn't that a spide? I believe that's a spide.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I definitely do dig the champagne, which is in the spider complex, or
Hmm.
the what do we call it? The neural complex, spider complex, neural complex, Champlain. I'm by Lake Champlain. The Champagne definitely falls in there. Welcome, Joel. Thank you again for the stickers. I have to put them up. I do have space for it. Champagne also has the most paradox snakes I've seen. Also seems like they're always throwing paradox babies. I would actually debate that. I wouldn't argue it with it because I see what you're saying. But to me, bananas seem to always be in the mix too.
My bamboos all have paradoxes.
You told me, yeah, you showed those before where your bamboos.
Like they
You,
might be small paradoxes, but they all do.
but I
Might be
know
like a
that
couple dots or whatever, but it just seems like
I'll
all
still
the rest
debate it
are
with you
bananas.
though because most of the paradoxes since I started doing this and loving paradox have been banana. Bananas seem to be one of those genes that throw a lot of paradoxes. I'm not saying champagne doesn't. I'm definitely not saying that. And to me, again, the whole champagne het pie thing is a phenomenon to me. When we see that het influence, that it does have such a strong influence on the physical, on the phenotype of the animal. Albinos are the gene that throw most paradox. Actually, I think that we're all just sharing our opinion because there's no empirical data to prove any of us correct. Okay. So I'm going to stick with what I said and I'm going to say banana until you prove me wrong and you show me the data, buddy. All right. You too, miss.
I have proof to show you all my bamboos have paradoxes.
That's that line. There's something going on. Maybe you can uh, change everyone's opinion that it's not genetic. Asians are smart, yes, but like everything else, you are an exception to the rule. We've already determined that, sir. All right, what do you got for us next?
Let's see what else do I have. What? I like bananas. I'm gonna show the stuff that I like. I like bamboos. Let me grab some bamboo stuff.
Grab some bamboos. I only have bamboo, albino. Yeah, wow, this is funny. It's an albino bamboo, yellow belly, black pastel
This
with a
girl's a
little
little pissed
tiny
right now.
paradox on it. So how about that? I have an albino bamboo, yellow belly, black pastel with a tiny paradox. What gave me the paradox? Was it the bamboo or the albino?
The bamboo. Okay, I don't like it with no light in here. But I don't know if it's better with the light on. This is a bamboo spider yellow belly.
I'm so sorry. I just saw a comment. Is your boy Morph Seekers going to be a judge? Maybe we will have him on as a guest judge.
Look,
So
paradox.
bamboo is
Paradox.
awesome. How do I
Right
know that's
there.
not a mite? That could be a mite. So bamboos are beautiful. They do great things, but it's just such a strong gene.
That's why I'm putting it with a lot of pattern changers. Like I can't take him out right now because he's kind of finicky with eating. But I have a bamboo spinner black pastel yellow belly. That's so badass looking. And then I have one that's a bamboo pin black pastel yellow belly. So without the spider, that guy is badass looking. It's a spider and I really like the spider and no wait the spiders and the pinstripes of bamboo, and then with black pastel and pinstripe actually make like the baddest combos.
These guys are just really, really feisty today, Sandra. They are just feisty as hell. Okay. DTMG Python says, we are live from county jail. Have Billy and Austin from MCB a guest judge. That was said for entertainment. Yeah, I'm sure Billy would love to be on my show after the show I had a couple of weeks ago. You guys are really, really in a comical mood today. So Jay Quintana says, I have a super GHI bamboo. That's interesting because GHI has a nice pattern. But again, I just feel that bamboo is such a strong, it has such a strong pattern that it's tough to make certain combos and get the best out of it.
I got some cool combos with them. So this is one of the very few recessives I'm working on that I actually have.
Oh, what is
There's
that? A
those
super
over there.
banana?
Nope, it is a pastel ultramel.
I had to be funny.
I know, shut up.
I I had to be funny. So
Well,
I'm
wait, no,
appreciating them more.
yeah.
I'm
She
appreciating the
came from
Ultramel more.
she came from actually I have a pair that's a super pastel double het ultramel clown and then a pastel that's double het ultramel clown. And I actually didn't hit any clowns and I only hit one ultramel.
Well,
So
at least you hit the Ultramel.
I was going for ultramel clowns, but I ended up with her, so she's cool too. She's a
Well, she has a really awesome contrast, and like I said, I'm starting
She
to,
does.
I give them more respect, even though I consider these guys a bootleg monarch.
I don't know. It has like a different, like where it should be like black or lavender. It has like in person, like I wasn't a huge fan before, but when I hatched one, it's like I actually think that color instead of lavender is pretty cool, and the yellow that it has is
Well,
pretty cool.
I'm seeing more and more impressive Ultramels and Ultramel combos. Again, it could be it could be better lines that are just putting out what I like to see more. So I don't know. Bryan doesn't use KY. His boyfriend uses prison lube. You are disgusting. Absolute filth. Cut the bottle. Take the bottle away from that man. I have proof. We use KY jelly. Thank you very much. That's for my man Elliot. I always keep it close by. That Nido guy reminded me of Bob Paulson. Astroglide, that stuff is slick. Guys, we are on the show that we get to appreciate our guest showing us her animals, and you guys are just all over the place.
That's fine by me. I don't have like a ton of, I'm not a, I do what I like, so it's probably stuff that
I
a lot of people
know.
aren't
So
like
can we see some of those
into.
beautiful
So,
spiders? Because you got all these spider haters in the world, and I think that those of us that really appreciate and love spiders should
um,
be showing them every opportunity we have, so that these people that are very ignorant, and that's my opinion,
I
because most
really
of
want
you
to show
have
that
other
baby
animals.
spider, but he's not eating. What else do we
All
got here?
judges should remain anonymous with balaclavas on. Well, right now, we did have a little guessing game of who was going to be the judge, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I have, I'll give you a hint. One of them was on this show, and I've had a few people that have proven genetics, that have found genes, and have proven genetics. So I guess I can give out that clue because it's not just one person that's done that. But I have someone that will be my guest judge that has proven a gene in their line. And the other one is a female judge because I wanted some diversity. And then we're going to have a guest judge every month. And then you, the people, you get to vote every month.
This guy has spider. I think,
What is
okay, he's
going on
for
here? Is that a head clown or something? What's going on here?
okay, he's for sure spider Mojave yellow belly, and possibly I think he might be black pastel too.
So
But
there's no
he's
recessive going
huge.
on there?
No, his pattern is crazy. Wait,
Well, it's interesting because he almost has, if you look inside those alien heads, like it's kind of like what if you look at that one over there by your left hand, has like the face of a clown, and that's kind of how clowns got their name with the
well,
pattern
I'm
like that.
thinking that's kind of why, because it's like whacked out in a lot of places. I was thinking he might have black pastel because there was black pastel in the pairing, but normally black pastel whacks it out a little bit more than this.
It
So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't see black pastel. I see the spider. I definitely see spider, but that's just interesting. You should do a clown project with that and see what happens.
Okay, here's the thing. The mom of this, when I bought her from someone on Facebook. And when I got her, um, as he was walking away, he's like, "Oh, by the way, she's for jeans." I bought her as a Mojave Spider Mojave, right? And as he's walking away, he's all, "Oh, she's for jeans." I was like two heads or like like I don't see any other visuals. He's like, "Well, I don't know. When I bought it, that's all they said, and I'm not really into that stuff, so I forgot." So
Yeah, I would. That would be crazy.
I
That would be
haven't
really
tried proving
crazy.
her out at all with any of her
I
sons
only
yet.
because like that, the clown pattern is a distinct pattern, and I just see some resemblance there. So it'd be really cool if you were able to prove it out,
I
unexpected head
actually
clown.
might be breeding him to her next year. Because right now she's with a GHI lesser ODYB. So I'm
Got
trying
you.
to make a whole bunch of different weird combos with her right now.
Copy.
Possibly some Mojave bells.
So Underworld Exotic says, Snake fam, I love seeing Sandra. Always appreciate her positivity, cleaning snakes and listening. Well, she doesn't slide in your DMs like she slides in mine because she's not always positive, guys. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Maybe it's
She's
you, okay?
she.
Maybe it's you.
I bring
Maybe
it out.
I'm not the problem. Maybe that would be you.
I bring it out in you? Is that what it is?
Yep.
Congratulations to Joel Barley, who has a clutch that should be hatching in 24 days. Albino spider. I bet you have a bunch of albinos in that clutch. I'll put money on it. DTMG Python says, I didn't get asked to be a judge. Amazing Feeder says, Ultramel is way better than Monarch. I can't agree with you on that. I'm sorry. Ultramel is a beaut. Okay, did you see Sandra's two highways, right? You saw the female and the male. That female's beautiful, but you can't look at her when you see the male. Okay, that is Ultramelon Monarch.
Yeah.
When Monarch walks in the room, you don't even see Ultramel anymore. I'm sorry. You that's just hard. To me, there's levels. There's levels. And I'm gonna go like this: banana, Ultramel, rainbow, monarch. I'm gonna go in that order, okay? With the look-alike snakes. My man
Oh no,
Saul's Balls is in the
banana to
house.
me is over Ultramel.
Oh wow! Causing controversy on a Thursday night. Good
Oh, you want some
evening.
controversy? I think Sunset's ugly.
There's nothing controversial about that. Miguel posted one the other day, and I'm like, that thing. I wanted to put the vomit emoji on it. I'm like, it does nothing for me at all. Again,
Oh my
I
God,
can
there's seriously the other day on Facebook, there's people freaking fighting over that shit. They were seriously like, "Oh, all the haters is because you're broke ass and can't afford it." It's like, no,
exactly.
freaking,
Look,
it's
I
because it's
got
ugly.
money. I got $3,000 to buy an ugly snake. That's how I see it. I'm sorry, I am
Yeah,
not
those
a
people were
fan.
straight like going to war on
I'll
that
put
post.
this money. I'll put money on it. Anyone that wants to enter an Ultramel combo in this contest, I promise you, it won't win. I promise you, it will not win. It most likely won't even make it to the Sweet 16 bracket. Congratulations to Saul's Balls. He just dropped a clutch today. He sent me an awesome picture of my girl who had the clutch. A beautiful. Speaking of black pastels, black pastel het pied female. Rainbow above them all.
Yeah, I mean,
Sunset single jeans are okay, but mixing it up with stuff gets ugly. Are Ultramel and Monarch compatible? No, they are not. They are not compatible. Sunset Ultramel is the only one I've seen I liked. I did. I'm not gonna lie. I had Leviathan Snakes on this show, and they're working with Sunset, and they pulled out a leopard sunset combo, and I was impressed. So I can't lie about that.
all right, you want to know like the baddest two jean combo I have is this freaking pastel calico that I really
The-
have no use for right now. I've had him for 3 years and I have not bred him at all. But look at
Are
the
you selling
yellows
it?
on that thing.
Are you
No,
selling them?
I'm not. I can't let go of him. He's
You can let
freaking,
go of him.
no, I can't.
You can.
Look at that. It's freaking nice, huh?
So wait, that's just pastel calico?
Pastel calico.
Wow,
I
that's
cannot let
nice.
go of this guy. And I haven't bred him, but like, I'm thinking of doing something with him
I mean, the thing
soon.
has flaming and blushing going on the sides coming up. That's beautiful.
Yep.
It got the
And his
high
yellows
highs.
and his whites are so like, it's hard to see on camera. This thing is banging,
It's
like
not. It's
with
not
the
hard to
naked
see
eye.
at all. It is not hard to see at all. So it's interesting because I have, and I've got pictures. We have two girls that are both super pastel calico, and I have one girl that's closer to this, and the other. They just look so drastically different, and they're both super pastel calico. But I mean, you put them side by side, and the difference is absolutely dramatic.
The
Dramatic
pattern or the
difference.
color?
It's actually a combination of the two. The color, one is a lot darker, more like a darker orange, while the other one's a yellow. And also the pattern varies. You see in the dorsal, there's also a big different pattern, but both of them are just super pastel calico. It just shows the variance
Yeah.
in the different lines, you know?
Oh, you know how you were talking earlier about how like some genes, like having more genes doesn't necessarily mean it's better. Like the reason I can't let go of this guy is I've actually been using, I have a, um pastel calico pinstripe. So calico lemon blast.
Okay.
So that has the pinstripe on top of this, but he's ugly. Like that pinstripe ruined it.
Another
Like
strong. So pinstripe is probably, and for the first time in a long time, Danny and I agree. Anything with ultramel is not really, not really. I can't say that because I had Portuguese pythons on here and they had some really nice combinations. But if I had to vote for the ugliest gene, Pinstripe would probably win.
Really?
I
Okay,
think
it
so.
goes. No, you know, with me, I don't think it goes well with certain genes. Like, I don't
I
think it
thought you
goes well
said
with
ghost. I
pastel.
thought you said ghost. I'm like, what?
No, it doesn't go well with pastel. Does not go well. Well, I don't know. It's like I'm not a huge fan of how they look like spinners and like pastel like glass. But dude, remember that one snake that you commented on? You said it was like really cool. I think it was that bamboo pins. It was a pinstripe black pastel that I posted. Like it looks like a what's that gene that with the messy sides? Is it hurricane? No, not hurricane.
Uh,
Uh,
Trick,
no, not trick.
Monsoon,
Monsoon. Yeah, you know how
Monsoon.
monsoon gets really like
I
whacked
have
out
a,
on the
I,
sides?
I have a
Black
bootleg
pastel
Monsoon.
pins do that.
So
So like
yes,
black
I
pastel
can see
pin is a
that.
poor
Yes,
man's
yes,
monsoon.
I can see that. But so is a leopard. So is a leopard HRA. I have a leopard HRA lemon pastel het pie. It's a poor man's monsoon. Um, Kenneth says that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing is so hard about this. You can have two snakes that have totally different genes but look alike, or vice versa. Absolutely correct. Amazing Feeders is in a really, really funny mood today and says Sunset is the future. Sunset has been the future for how many years now? Pastel clowns are the ugliest snake ever once they get big. Yes and no. I started hating big time on pastel, which I have all over my collection. I started hating on pastel big time when I had seen pastel clown adults for sale at shows. And I was like, wow, how does that look like that as a baby and then ages so poorly? And then more and more breeders started showing me, I'm not sure what you're agreeing with, if you're talking about the pastel clowns. More and more breeders started showing me their adult pastel clowns that retained amazing color. And yeah, I started having a new perspective. Let's just put it that way. And to me, that brings it down to the lines, guys. It's the line of clown or the line of pastel. So DTMG is agreeing that pastel is only good with Xanthic and DG. I can't agree with that. I can't. I mean, I have so many pastel combos that are absolutely beautiful. Anywhere from I have a honeybee het tri-stripe, which is a ghost spider pastel het tri-stripe. That thing is beautiful, and I have so many other pastel combos that just look phenomenal. I think the combo I don't like is that, and if you think about Bumblebee is what exploded this this hobby. Bumblebee was that combo, very simple, right? We're talking about a pastel and a spider, and it just blew the hobby up. And I think if you look today, even with these thousands of combos
Actually,
since
I
the
got one.
introduction, bumblebees are still absolutely a beautiful animal. We just know that it is that it's just a two gene. And we mentioned Lemon Blast earlier. Lemon Blast was one of my favorite two combo snakes early on. Look at this right here.
This might have sugar. I'm not sure, but this might be a sugar bee.
It might be, or it just might be a really pretty spider with the high white.
I'm hoping it's a sugar bee. But yeah, you know what? Some bees, like even when the yellow fades, have you ever seen the bees that fade to this really cool like light gray color? You know what I'm
Yes.
talking about? Oh God, I like hope one of my bees turn out like that.
So I know
Like they
Honey
don't all do it,
Reptile.
but
Honey Reptile actually likes the pastel clown and how it ages and turns that grayish color. I just don't agree. Third Eye Python says my pastel clown is 1,500 grams and still looks pretty good. Granted, I try to keep pastel out of everything. So I have been known to bash pastel, but yeah, I don't know. I can't
Also, it
really.
depends on the line that you have.
That's what it
I
all
mean,
comes down to. There's so many. I mean, lemon pastel and what are the other pastels that are out there? Um, I have lemon pastel that just if you put lemon pastel in bamboo, forget it. The thing looks like it has a battery in its head. You know, it's such a bright yellow. It's amazing. Like it have a really
really?
bright yellow. Yeah,
Bamboo?
yeah. I've seen it in that combination, and the nose will be like a really bright yellow. Looks so cool. What are the other lines of pastel out there? My
Oh no,
past
I
my
don't deal
pastel
with
G
different
stripe
lines of
is
pastel.
fire. I have too much pastel. 403 Fauna says I have too much pastel and banana. Jungle pastel is crap also. Well, isn't jungle pastel what we were calling it just when it first came out? We were just referring to it as a jungle pastel. But yeah, I think pastel. It's all about certain combinations, guys. Pastel
This
and
is another
fire
thing
make
that
for a beautiful animal.
I'm trying to do a whole lot with specials. I don't know if people are really into specials, but I recently just started like I don't know the flaming and the contrast, or at least on this special. He's actually a lot better looking than his dad, and I'm gonna hold him back to replace his dad.
That's funky,
Um,
yeah.
it's kind of hard to see, but the color change that it does from a normal and the pattern, and then this is a pastel. So this is just a pastel special. It's hard to see it, but it looks like a ghost, but then it's actually a possible head ghost. So orange ghost. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
thinking
that's that's
this
really
is a het.
pretty.
Like I'm calling this as a this is gonna be a het. You see how ghosty he looks?
Very.
He's
And
totally
also look
ghosty.
at the
See,
pattern. I mean, pastels, like even when they're just a single gene animal, have awesome patterns.
like this is like the coolest pastel I've seen. So pastel special is what made this.
So what do you plan on making with these specials down the road?
I don't know. I kind of want to stick them in everything. They like make everything like the contrast. They really clean up contrast. They really clean up everything. Pattern, well, not pattern, but
I
like
don't think
the
I don't think
cleanliness.
I think like they kind of fell off the map. I think that some of the genes that we work with, they just kind of get discovered and worked with at the wrong times where there's some it's like a good movie. Like if a good movie is released at the wrong time and another blockbuster comes out, doesn't mean the movie wasn't a good movie. It just came out at the wrong time. And I think that's what happens to some of these ball pythons that the
Mm,
the gene gets worked at the wrong time and because of that they don't get their due, and I think special is one of those.
yeah, it's definitely something I don't see a lot of, and I don't know why because when this thing came out, I was like, oh my God, that is like the prettiest freaking snake ever. Like you can't see this color, but the color like is freaking, I don't know.
No, i
It's
see
like
i see it. I can
it's
see the
like to me this
contrast.
looks better than a ghost. Like I can't imagine any ghost looking better than this. And
I
it's
don't
not
know
even a
about I don't know
ghost.
I don't know about those apples, but
Yeah. Well,
that's definitely
considering it's not a ghost though,
a nice looking animal. And then I think both you and I both have a very simple two gene special combo that is just absolutely gorgeous.
yep,
I mean, you take that special and you throw it with Mojave, what do you get?
bells.
Pure white.
That's I have one. Yeah, that's one of the ones I showed you earlier. It was
The curse of
or
the
special.
white.
No, I have a special Mojave.
What
I
is
brought that out,
what?
right? My
No,
crystal. I brought that out, didn't I?
no,
Oh,
no,
I
no. You
think I did,
didn't.
but you were yapping.
Oh, you put it back. I saw that. I'm looking for mine. I love my
Oh yeah,
crystal.
she was like spazzing.
I love my crystal, which turned out to be a good story because my crystal. I actually was there when, and that's the first time I ever had anything to do with cutting eggs. And my crystal was bought as a male and ended up being a female, so I was kind of happy about that one. What are
I'm
we talking
pulling
about?
out.
Braveheart. Braveheart was a great movie. Best movie ever? No, come on. You're crazy, man. You're absolutely crazy. No way you're gonna get me to buy that one. Sorry.
Ran out of
Graziani
time.
line of pastel. So I don't know about this whole Graziani stuff. Graziani has like all these different things going on. I'm just thinking it's some sort of marketing ploy. Right? Don't we have the Graziani line of Ghost too? The Graziani Ghost or something like that. Rad is the greatest movie of all time. I got a funny story. One of my basketball players, he was an actor as well, and he actually produced the last Rambo. If you go see the last Rambo, he produced that. He
This
just had a
dude just
birthday
snapped at me
pass.
right now.
Nice, we like
Gonna
that.
snap at you too.
So he actually hangs
Bite him.
out
Bite
with
him.
the main
Bite
actor
him.
from Rad. That's so funny that you brought that up. So let me see that thing.
He's trying to light me up right now. She. She just actually bit me. See? She actually got me, but she didn't drop blood.
Good, good. We get more views that way.
Uh, it's just a GHI, possibly Lavender and her brother, which is actually for sale. Pastel GHI. Possible Lavender. Yep.
So these guys are just talking
God
crazy. Oh,
damn,
look
chill
at her.
out.
She is
She is
feisty.
like,
So matter of
she
fact,
is.
4034 right now, look at what's going on. We got the New York City Breakers in one hand and the Rocksteady crew in another. So Beach Street was my lifelong friend who passed away, was his favorite movie. He could actually name every I'm talking about every single word that
I'm
came
gonna
out
put her
from
back
every
there.
character in the movie. And we named our Rottweilers. We got two sisters in college, and he named his Rottweiler Lee. So you have to be a Beat Street fan to know who Lee is. And then I ended up having to take Lee for him. And she was such a dumb dog, but I loved her anyway. That was my girl sister. So New York City Breakers versus Rocksteady. I know Crazy Legs. I know people from New York City Breakers too. But I guess I'm gonna have to go with, if we're gonna talk longevity, I'm gonna have to go with Crazy Legs and Rocksteady. For those of you that don't know, I created a program many years ago called Hip Hop Shop, and we had all of the breakers that would come there and practice in the Bronx every Saturday, and then we used to have the battles where people actually came from all over the world, and a lot of these guys did really huge things with their careers. So thanks for the flashback, 403 Team Diamondback got no love in Rad. You guys are really showing how old you are. All right, so
Is
let's
Richard
see.
still on here?
Richard, are you
Richard,
still
you still
here?
there?
Head
Here's your
Stamp, are you
bamboo
still
waiting
here?
for you. Come get
Ooh.
him. He's like ready to breed in a minute. Come get your bamboo.
So, are you the other person that was named in that video? That you didn't watch my video yesterday
Yesterday?
because
No, I haven't had time.
because high class pythons went at said, how can two people sex the animal wrong? Were you the other person involved in this?
No, I didn't. That wasn't me.
Okay, all right. You have to go see. You have to go see yesterday's video. Okay.
Do I have to?
So yeah, you do. You do. Yeah. You definitely have to see it. You definitely have to see it. You're so closely connected. So Sandra, let's see this bamboo again. Another strong
This is
gene animal.
Richard's.
That one is going to head stamp ball
Um,
pythons.
I'm actually not even sure. I think at first I thought it was a bamboo yellow belly, which yellow belly is really hard to see in bamboo. Um, I think it's actually a black pastel. So it's a bamboo black pastel, I think, because from what I noticed, I think the black pastel puts the dorsal stripe back on the bamboo, because bamboos don't normally have these spots or dots or a line on the dorsal. It's normally just a clear, like brown all the way throughout. What I noticed with black pastels is they get those dots. So I think this is a bamboo black pastel. Um, I don't think it has yellow belly because it doesn't look like that.
So I am not
It's more than
sure.
the bamboo. Any bamboo people out there?
I'm
What's
not
this look like to you?
sure. I'm not sure. The person that I knew that worked with bamboo the most turned out to be not the best person. So I'm not so sure on the whole
Are you
bamboo
sure?
thing.
Your judge of character is terrible.
It is. I like you. I know it's absolutely shot. Okay. So yes, John. Rest in peace to Shabba-Doo, aka Ozone, who died not too long ago. He got this fat Italian kid to dance. But those are really the commercialized movies. Break dancing, Beat Street was a little bit true, but if you go back, you got to go check out Wild Style and Crush Groove. Those were a little bit more close to the actual culture and what was going on.
Look, spot.
Bryan had Hardwick as his bamboo guy. Don't be making fun of Chuckles, okay? Do not make fun of Chuckles. Chuckles had Chuckles. I was actually like hypnotized by Chuckles for a little while that I could not watch his videos because that laugh would just keep me there. That little chuckle of his would keep me there. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap it up. It is about that time. Please do me a favor. Go hit the like button. Don't hit the like for me. Hit the like for Sandra. Hit the like because she made time for you, allowed us into her collection, and showed us some of what she has going on. And I hope the rest of you have an amazing week. Sandra, thank you so much for giving us the gift of time. And don't ever believe it, guys, when she says that I love balls. She says it in a very, very side type of way, okay? She's real cute about it. But Sandra loves balls and herps. Make sure you're following her on Instagram and stay tuned. And she also has a lot of amazing animals that she always has available. Everybody, have a great night. Thank you, Sandra.
Bye.